Got a lot going on. But I want to start out with, hopefully everybody's got their NASCARs that they got pre-ordered. Hopefully everybody's got that. The new Muse crawler truck, phenomenal. I'm liking that. Let me get back to right here. There we go. Had to get back to the page where I could see everything. I see Oh No Adventures. What's up, buddy? All right, so what are we going to talk about today? How about what's hot? For me, right now, that's the Muse truck. And I've been working on some little bits and pieces for it. So hopefully I'll be able to see everybody's comments, because right now all I have is one. I know there's a lot more coming in here. There is Enlighten. Enlighten, I just want you to let you know that the Muse crawled up fall time. Crawled up fall time. What's up, Andrew? All right, man, I'm telling you what. Obviously, the stage killer body does look incredible. Andrew, dude, it drives really good. South Carolina, what's up? What's up, guy? Addicted, chainsaw. Dude, this thing right here runs so good. I mean, it really does. What's up, Robert Pezza? Look at this. This thing runs so good. Real happy how this is working out right here, man. What's up, Stacy? So that's working great right there. I did the rear links on it, double bent links. I got a few more things I want to do to it, but I can tell you this right here. What's up, Discovery? Mark, what's up? The back of this, believe it or not, is pretty much the same width as a stock Element Ecto. So I've got all the portals covered, and what I've done is I'm running the Pro Code inserts on these. You can look at the back insert. You can see that right there. If you look at the front's got a little bit more of a bulge to it. The way these wheels are from Amazon, they have a groove in them. So I can actually offset the inserts, which are the Pro Code. So they have a foam on the outside and the Pro Code here. So you have like an insert right there, okay? So I can actually manually offset the wheel in to bring that back narrow. The front is still about ½ inch wider though, but these are capper width axles. So far, I'm real happy how this truck is working out. I'm thinking about doing something a little bit crazier, and I kind of want to go back with another set of these axles. So kind of something I really want to mess with, like more of a front bias chassis or a front transmission chassis, something along those lines. But the double U-joint for steering smoothness is amazing. So like Upgrade RC, they have the dual CVs for your SEX10 3 axles, and those work like a charm. They are really nice. Super smooth, all that stuff. So, yeah. Let me see here. What have you guys got going here? Enlighten. It drives even better now than when you drove it last weekend. My phone's on silent. No, it's not on silent, but I've changed all my stuff. So you can give up that one there, Clayton. Oh, Discovery. Awesome possum. Build an XO2 to replace the XO1. The XO1 actually had a capper front end and a 10-3 rear. That was the first time. I think that was the first one that I ever did that had the wide and the narrow on it. More of these double U-joint. Andrew, I got a feeling it's going to be the new thing. Because think about it. You know how we turn some of our axles, we trim them, we make these things turn like this sharp, right? Let's just say, for instance, this is 80 degrees. Just to say, I don't think we ever got 80 degrees yet. But you got 80 degrees on the joint, which means the tire is speeding up and slowing down like 4 times. Okay, it has 2 complete cycles on it. With these, the tire is the same exact rotation and smooth. Plus, that light up there making everything flash. But you got 80 degrees on the U-joint. On this one, you've only got 40 degrees per U-joint. So overall still 80 degrees, but you're cutting it in half. So super smooth. Everything is, I mean, just, I'm real happy with this right here. I kind of want to do something a little bit different though, but that would be, as yet, a complete new build. As if I need another crawler. I got plenty, but it was asked, I think I saw somebody asked, can this run with Sam? Absolutely, yes it can. Can this beat Sam? Out here? I don't know yet. I think it's close, but I'm kind of thinking the Sam truck is still got an edge on this one. Still got a little bit of an edge on it. Where that edge is, I'm not sure. But I got a feeling we're going to find out. I've got another video to upload tonight showing these sliders that I printed and made. Super smooth right here. I've already given these a run for today's video. You guys can see where they're already broken in at. So yeah, I'm gonna have these on the website as well if you have this chassis. But I just one more mod that I want to do to it, and I'm pretty sure it'll do it just fine. But we'll have to see. But if it works out, great. If not, well, it'll still work. Can't wait for more of a W joint. Yep. Justin Dover, what's up? Needle Juice. You drive trucks with it in your video. Yeah, dude, I'm real happy with this thing. I kind of want to just call it the Moose. You know, me, us. Just call it the Moose. Is there such a thing as too many crawlers? I know a guy, I think he still has like 60 RCs, and every single one is a crawler. He has nothing else. And to me, that would be way too many. I like having a mix, honestly. I mean, you guys see everything I drive back here. Miss XO, she's actually doing really good in there. I can see floors that I haven't seen in years. So definitely doing some cleanup. She wants to buy curtains and stuff. Who needs curtains? I got blinds. That's plenty, isn't it? And a clothes basket. Man, just drop them in the tub. When the tub's full, go wash them. Duh. I don't know. But regardless, it's definitely turning out good, I think. She's healing up beautifully. Very nice healing job on her. It really is. I'm happy with it. Monster RC, what's up, buddy? Marcus. What links did I use on this one? You know, the ones that I ordered, I'm not sure if I got them or not, because my links didn't have any lengths on them. So I can measure and give you a measurement on them. I got calipers around here somewhere. That's about all I can do for you at this point. But the links on that are also by Muse, and I think they're titanium. I think. They're not magnetic, I know that, and I don't think they're stainless. Andrew, I think so too. I think Moose is the way to go. Las Vegas. Who's Las Vegas? Tiz RC. Would that be you? Still a pro. Finally catch you on last scene. What's up, buddy? Thank you, Tiz. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So, what did you guys think when I nice Trader not drinking Mountain Dew? I have some Mountain Dew here, but I bought all them flavors, and I'm afraid to show this one on camera, although I probably will. But what's that? Anyway, what do you guys think when I did the two-wheel drive NASCAR thing? The Losi. Oh, not this weekend, because this weekend is the first of the crawler series. So this weekend, and my area back there isn't really class 1 friendly, so I'm going to try to set at least 2 complete stages of Class 1 off of the rocks. Everybody else is going to be on the rocks. But what do you think about the two-wheel drive NASCAR? Let me see here. Which one is this? This is a four-wheel drive one. Right here. Let's see, it's dusty all there. And this one is actually box stock still. I haven't done anything to this one. This one, on the other hand, is two-wheel drive. And I'm telling you, I got all the comments. Oh, it's not, NASCAR's not four-wheel drive and blah, blah this, blah, blah that. I'm like, okay, fine. Let's make a two-wheel drive one. So I did. Now, this particular one, obviously, nothing up front. I did leave the diff in it. Not that it would make a difference. The drive shaft is out. But we do have the rear end. So there we are. Now, I can tell you this, Andrew, the $5 to spend. I'm going to tell you what, I guarantee some people are going to be getting these things to 100. I really think so. But I'm also thinking of doing something really stupid just to mess with everybody. Back in late 80s, I think it was Kyosho had a front wheel drive off-road buggy. It pretty much failed miserably, but what if I take one of these and just to make everybody mad, what if I make one of these front wheel drive? Huh? What if I just make one front wheel drive? Just to make people mad. I think it'll be fun. All I would have to do really, because the way these are set up, would be to just simply take the rear axle shafts out. And let me see here. And that would be really easy. Those are, yeah, I could do that. Just simply, like, say, maybe take it out of the other one since it's all stock with no gyro or anything and just make it front wheel drive. I think that would be fun. Yeah, I think so. And then what I can do is I can put two-wheel drive against front-wheel drive. I mean, my Hyundai's front-wheel drive, right? Let me see. Two-wheel drive NASCAR was dumb. I loved it. Watch for the Losi LMT series. Man, I did that recent Losi video where I put the Vidavon portals on that. Dude, I really liked them. I wasn't expecting to really like them, but dude, I really do. Been delayed until next year. It's harder than expected. Designing the hub at the moment. Gotcha. Front wheel drive NASCAR. Why not, man? Two wheel drive NASCAR was definitely pretty cool and seems simple. The four wheel drive makes more sense for them. Four wheel drive is just easier to drive. It really is. Now, with the two wheel drive conversion that I did, as long as I didn't throttle on the end zones or where the corners are, I don't know what to call them, it was actually okay. Coming down the straight was fine, you know, honestly. So they've already got the NASCAR up to 80 miles per hour. That didn't take them long, did it? And the Fury at 67, man, I tell you what, that Fury is such a good truck. It's way better than it should be. It really is. What's up, Paul? Hope you're ready for Sunday, start of the winter series. Now I gotta make one front wheel drive. I am. To turn all the NASCAR fans against you. Do it. I'm gonna do it. You know what else I could do? I did this close to 122 years ago. I had a Tamiya Frog. I think it was a frog. It might have been a grasshopper. Yeah, I think it was a grasshopper. But I had a little Mabuchi motor on this thing. I had the little wiper ESC, and I put a plane prop on it. I had like an air-powered car. I could totally do that here. In fact, some of the fans from like Hyperflow, just put like, say, 4 of them across the top of this thing. You could probably drive it with just the fans. Put all the fans on the 1060 ESC and just go for it, right? That would be awesome. I wonder... Okay, hear me out. So my track doesn't have a lot of traction, right? So we slide real bad. What if I took, like, say, 7 Hyperflow fans and just glued them to the top of the body along the lines and have them blow in this direction. Basically, every time I turned left, the fans come on. Now I'd probably put it in the modified class. That would be pretty neat, though, wouldn't it? Sure, gets better gears. See, front wheel drive, pretty cool. I think front wheel drive would push worse than the rear wheel drive or the 4-wheel drive. Talbot says front wheel drive sucks. He's right. It really does. But it could be interesting just to see how bad it does. Oh, Nebraska's here today before Sunday. Those Lotuses are showing up. NASCAR Facebook groups. Oh, absolutely, dude. Our first NASCAR race will be not this weekend because of the Winter Series crawler event, but it'll be the weekend after. And I'm going to set that event up, but we'll be running, like when we race, our classes here at the Exoplex are similar to the classes we run for the off-road dirt track. We run classes out there that on the sandy dirt keeps the real racers away. It keeps the real drama away as well. So the classes we run here on road are the Typhon Grom. Okay, the real racers won't touch those. Good. Keep your drama away. The Red Cat STK in stock and modified. There are some real racers in that class. There really are, but luckily they haven't shown up here. And we're going to have the NASCAR. But the common theme about these classes is you can get into every single one of them for well under in some cases, under $200 and be ready to go with anybody. That's what I like about it. Good, cheap cars. Come out, we race, we tell jokes, we have a good time, we talk smack, and then at the end of the day, I give out those little awards. I gotta check and make sure I have them. Ooh. For the Winter Series event. I'm glad I mentioned that. But yeah, we have a lot of fun with our cheap classes out here. I mean, the track doesn't stick anything really well, so we have a lot of fun. EDF. I could totally probably put an EDF on there. Paul King, it's probably gonna be raining tomorrow, but you're more than welcome to pop out anytime you want, buddy. My haircut, it is whatever the buzzer gave me. I don't know, it's a 34 for the felony. Really? McMurdy's running. You have a fan belt in the chassis to suck it down. Marca, see, that was something I was thinking about trying with like the with the STK cars. I mean, we don't really go fast enough to have. This doesn't do anything for us. Okay, we're not going fast enough to really need that. At least not out here. But if I could do something to where, like, say the chassis is right here, right? And have a little scoop where the chassis is like right across it, that could create a vacuum and do exactly what you're talking about. Okay? Exactly what you're talking about. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of. The more speed you carry into the corner, the more downforce you would have because it would be vacuuming down to the track. Kind of like what you're talking about with the fans, except for, well, that's not a fan. Those are remote reservoir shocks for the Typhon. Or the Mojave. I'll probably put those in the Mojave. But regardless, I mean, it would actually work, I think. I mean, it works for IndyCar. What's the entry cost per class? $10. $10 a class. And the classes are Class 1, Class 2 Sport, Class 2 Pro, Class 3, and this other class that I'm really trying to get started called Scale Sporty. In Scale Sporty, that's the only class, you can have a half cab. So in Scale Sporty, you can have your chassis hanging out looking all horrible all you want. I don't like having the chassis hang out. It's just my own opinion on that one. But this is what all mine have pretty much a full body to cover the chassis. And I love the Stage Killer body. But it's just personal preference there. But in the Scale Sporty, you can have your chassis hanging out. You can have 4-wheel steering. You can run Penn tires. You can do all those wonderful things. Dig, 4-wheel steer, all that. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those classes where all your cheater rigs can come out. Capras are automatically in that class as well. So Capras are automatically there. Because, I mean, let's face it, when it comes to crawling, as long as the gates are, within reason, like mine generally are, a decently built Capra can walk all over most scale trucks. It just can. So, the spoiler. Yeah, the spoilers look good. It's not fast enough to really do anything, at least here. What are some good brands for beginners, but stuff that isn't cheap trail for crawling? John B. Yep, Andrew Surrey just said it. Red Cat. The Red Cat Ascent. That's what you need to get, buddy. $300, and they will pretty much run with just about anything. You can change your tires out. That's one of the things I would change on it. And go drive. It's a really good truck. Now, Pat House just mentioned TRX4 Sport. If you drive hard, and he's also correct. The TRX4 is like the tank of the crawler world. You could just about jump it off the roof of your home, and the thing will be fine and drive around. It's that tough. Well, see, B-Trip, what I was looking at doing was, on that chassis, just putting some holes in there and putting it right there. Also, on the outside of the chassis, between the chassis and the body, there's some space. I could print some ground effects, I guess it is, and put on the side there to help pull it down. HPI Savage. What's up, buddy? HPI, my government RS4, I can find them. What's up, Rob Connett? Hey, buddy. Mine will be RC. Yeah, I'm sure yours will be, Andy. Going at you, my Gorgon. Man, I just don't know that the Gorgon is long enough or low enough to really make that go very fast. Mine, every time I try to throttle up, it just stands up into a wheelie, which is pretty fun. Heard Sin was in trouble. I didn't think Sin was even still around. I think all they've got left is pretty much that F250, isn't it? You must run RS4s on the track. Sin. HPI. Hey, so I talked to Prime Lars about creating a 1/8 solid axle monster truck. I don't plan on it right now, but maybe in the future. Primal is pretty much on the big stuff. Oh, the big Challengers are shipping. The 5th scale Challengers, they're finally shipping. Mine has been shipped. And mine is going to my buddy Al's place, so I'm going to go pick that up from him when they get here. And we both got the electric roller versions. So, and I spoke to Primal, and they said that they're going to be stocking rear tires. I was like, good, because I am planning to do a burnout all the way to the plastic wheel. I am planning to I will kill a whole set of batteries if I need to, just to burn those tires to the wheels. That's the game plan. Suck doo-doo. Pat House. Yes, sir, Andrew. We've had that. Me and Al paid for that over a year ago. Yeah, about a year and a half ago, I guess, when they first came out. When they first came out, they showed them with no rear suspension. The front suspension made 1980s pan cars look good. And I think that people actually were dropping their orders because of the lack of suspension. So they went through and redid all the suspension so they got a full suspension like they should have had to begin with. Now, mine and Al's are number 49 and 50, I believe, which are the lowest numbers that you can get for the electric roller. Now, the RTR one's got the number 1, number 2, number 3, the real low numbers, but we got the lowest numbers you can get for the electric roller versions, 49 and 50. I'm not sure whether I'm getting 49 or Al or what. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, see, we never canceled, Andrew. We never canceled. We just let it ride. Pat House, I do gotta admit, their promo video can use a little bit of work. It really can. My next Vidavon order, I don't know. I don't have anything on the list right now. Well, Andy, it'll be all right because I'm going to get these things. I have a spot in my living room designated for it. I think. Or I did have. See, now as far as the bodies go, we ordered, there's a green one and a blue one. So we have both of those on the way. They're both the exact same car. So when we get them, we're going to look at them and say, huh, I like that one and I like that one. Or I like that one. And then that's how we're going to figure them out. I don't know whether I'm going to get the blue one or the green one. I kind of want the green one so it matches my bouncers and stuff like that. So that might be the one I go after, the green one. What are the straps I use on my crawlers for the shocks? Those are, I don't have any out here, I don't think. Those are, oh, I do have one like this right here. These company. These are basically like bungee limit straps is what they are. Oh, I'm going to use it pretty darn good about 3 times, Clayton, and then it's going to sit up and collect dust. That's just a splash of fury. Ah, yes. Do I have any of these for sale? No, sir. I only have a couple of them, and I'm saving those for whatever I got to have. But I'm not an authorized dealer for D's company. So, but you can find them online. Do they have their D's company shock bands? And it's D-E-E-Z, kind of like D's nuts. But it's not. Jack's Beach, what's up, buddy? And 85 on one of my Gorgons. Then I made a Gorgon. RS4s and TC3s. Well, see, that's the thing, Pat House. These aren't just limit straps. These are almost like rubber bands. They stretch. They're not just a limit strap per se. These have a stretch to them. I'm not sure what a shoelace aglet is, though. You're talking just regular shoelace? But regardless, these right here I use on some vehicles. I haven't found a need to use them on this one yet. I haven't found a need yet. Not to say I won't try them, but heck, I'm running the Red Cat Ascent shocks on here. And, you know, I've got a lot of shocks. And Vanquish, Axial, I think I've even got a couple of the Dravtecs that are leaky, you know. These are actually proven to not be very leaky shocks from Red Cat. I know when I showed the build video, a couple guys commented about, oh man, Red Cat shocks? I'm like, yep, Red Cat shocks. Believe me. They are working like great on this thing. Okay, it's shoemaking parts. HPI, dude, I have talked to Axial a few times about it. I said, look, you've got everything you need all you need to do is put the Rift driveline in a monster truck chassis, and there you go. There's your SMT 2.0. That's about the only thing that they've got that can run against the LMT. But I don't like Desert Lizard shocks. I've got to sit in the bin, and I don't like Desert Lizards. I'm sorry. I just don't. But you got to understand, HPI, you have Horizon Hobby. You have Losi, Axial, what are the other brands? At least Losi, Axial. Heck, they got other brands here too, but they're all under the same umbrella. So if you got Losi for racing, Arma for bashing, Axial for crawling, it wouldn't really make sense to really make Axial that's just as good as or better, depending on your terminology, whatever you want, as the LMT. So then you're competing and taking sales from yourself, which, I mean, you're still getting the sales overall. But really, I mean, you got your race line, you got your basher line, you got your crawler line. You got your radios, you've got your ESCs, you've got your motors. They've pretty much covered everything, and it's all under the same umbrella. What length drive shafts did I use? I really need to find my calipers. Oh, I found some calipers. The drive shaft on this one, from centering axle pin, or the pin to pin, for this particular setup is 137 millimeters, and that's screw pin to screw pin. That's the rear. On the front, I'm going to guesstimate here at 109. So the rear links on this one, eye to eye, center to center, eye to eye, is 146 millimeters. That's your rear lowers. The front lowers are 125. So just so you, okay, there's some specs on this. Maybe, now that's got a little bit of a stretch wheelbase. It's about 13 and a quarter on the wheelbase. Stock shocks, cheap Amazon shocks. Dude, man, let me show you guys this Amazon transmission that I saw today for the first time ever. I haven't ordered it, but I think I'm going to, just because I've got to. This thing right here. This is Overdrive Gearbox DLX LCG Trans OD-3 overdrive transmission for crawlers and all that. Look at that thing. It's definitely got a forward motor mount on it. Motor comes in the front quite a bit, by the way. Look at the price tag. 44 bucks. I've got another Reese transmission sitting right here, and that's 100 bucks on the Reese transmission. Man, it's crazy. I had never seen this before. Never. And it comes, looks like it comes with a skid and everything. That's kind of crazy here. Let me see if I can post this for you guys. Let me see. Go to YouTube. Let me go find my channel. Continue as me, of course. Select the number shown. What are you talking about? All right, so me. Where is my live stream at? I gotta find my live stream. Oh, there's a live right there. Hey, I found it. Nope, wrong one. Here. Where are we at here? I don't even see my live stream. Are you guys watching? Oh, no. I don't even know where my live stream is. I don't even see it. There we go. I found my live stream. Oh, no. Now I can hear myself. I don't know where my live stream is. I don't even see it. There we go. Okay, see if that works. Oh, no. Now I can hear myself. I don't know where my live stream is. I don't even see it. There we go. That link. See if that works. Now I can hear myself. There we go. That's the link to that transmission I just showed you guys. All right, let me get back to you guys here. Sound and smell take me about 30 years. Back when back when nitro was a thing. Arma Proline Duratrax. That's right, Marcus. Scott, what's up? Dude, I would love for somebody to come out with something to compete against the Rift and the SCX6. Would love that. Trying with bum with a 10x10 cross behemoth. I doubt the 10x10 cross was really meant to drive very much, to be honest with you. South Florida. How about that part? I hope Arma makes a two-wheel drive buggy. David Pig, they've got the perfect platform with the new Fury, the Vortec. That's the perfect. They've got to, man. I mean, could you imagine a buggy the size of a Bandit built like that? Dude, it would be the most indestructible two-wheel drive buggy, 1/10 scale on the planet. You would never need parts for it. If they keep the same build quality and the beefiness of that, man, you'd never break that thing. I did not pre-order the Element kit. I looked at it, and it's just like, it just didn't get my attention enough to make me click the buy button. I love the Element Ecto, I really do, but I just couldn't get that one. Did you order it Enlighten? Yeah, I'm totally ready for it. I'm probably going to order the thing tonight, to be honest with you. You got a carbon fiber chassis. See, I have a Poised T3 chassis here somewhere. So from the Philippines, what's up, buddy? All right, Mir. Dude, you don't start the live. We were just texting. All right, huge fan of yours. High stakes hobbies. What's up, buddy? I have driven a LMT on 6S before, and dude, believe it or not, it handled it really good. The only LMT, my other LMT, the original son of a digger truck, I actually need shocks for it. I think that's all it needs, are shocks. I busted a shock and put it on the shelf and just haven't messed with it. Why did Vidavon discontinue the SCX6 bouncer? I'm not sure. I know he came out with a V2 version of that. So maybe they discontinued the V1 and he's working on getting the V2 ready. And maybe he'll list that. I don't know. Dude, get the Fury and race it next season, Clayton. Get it. Dude, it's amazing. 14 millimeter wheel hexes, so you're going to have to change that to 12 if you want to run normal SET tires. I got my 2-in-1 ESC motor LMT in there today. I just want to be excited to put it in. All right. How big is the shaft on that? Is it at least the 3.17 whatever, the 1/8 shaft? I hope so. What's up, CK, buddy? Man, I don't think anybody puts up more videos on TikTok than CK Hobbies. I swear, every time I turn the thing on, there's another video of his. He reminds me of that guy on YouTube that uploads like every day, 2 or 3 videos. I love my Ecto so much I didn't feel like I could be impressed enough to buy more. Yeah, Andrew, and also the Ecto, to me, has the trailing arm suspension. The one that they put out doesn't. So to me, it's not really an Ecto. They're just using the name, even though it's their name. I mean, I guess they can use that. Can the driveline take it? Pretty much, yeah. I think it can. Any new news on the Fusion 4S? The last I asked them, they did not have an update for me. But if you guys want to send an email to Hobby Wing, tell them, hey, start working on this motor. This is what I asked them for. I asked them for a stubby size 34 millimeter max length motor. Fusion 1800 kV 4S capable. That's what I asked them for. This way it'll fit into the VRD with the servo relocation. It'll fit right into there. So you guys want to all email Hobby Wing and say, hey, what happened to that motor that Exocaged told you about? The stubby Fusion 4S? Let them know. Send them some emails. Start letting them know you want this motor. Yeah, Arma did have the buggy. It was the Raider. But man, David, if they do the Gorgon chassis driveline, that's a 30 millimeter gear in that thing. Dude, you'll never break it. I've never even broken the half shafts on the back, the plastic half shafts. Never even broke those. You put that into a buggy, man, I tell you what, it'll be indestructible. That's a factory opinion. Okay, I'm just curious if that's the 1/8 inch shaft bore pinion. Was batch penalty last year with the trill axle did a double front flip from hitting a curb, landing on full power, and the diff survived, but the bearings exploded. Yeah, I have very little issues with the gears in the LMTs, really do. I mean, heck, when the LMT came out, it was pretty much the end of the SMT. It just was. What about FSR RC cars? I have no idea what an FSR RC car is. Never stopped. Well, this is Mountain Dew. Okay. It's just called Major Melon. I was at the gas station and they had like 4 or 5 different flavors. I'm like, okay. I got like all 4 of them. The Spark one isn't very good. Double A Day, what's up? According to the box, for has a 2 millimeter shaft. I know the guys in the Groms with the 2 millimeter shafts and all that. Man, they're breaking the shafts on these things. At least the local guys are. One of them busted his with a Castle motor for that thing. They really need to just up that to the normal 1/8 size motor shaft. Gear at the MT10 Associated. Critic Crew. I don't have that truck, buddy, so I don't know what to tell you on that. Thank you, Andrew. Have a good one, buddy. Bought an SMT Gravedigger. I recently had one, but I think I sold it. With the spur gear, I'm sorry, Critic, I just don't have that gear. I don't have that truck. So I don't have any experience with the truck, so I can't give you anything. 2 millimeters is a respectable shaft. Maybe for an ant. This is a school for ants. See, there you go, right there. The 2 millimeter shafts just don't really seem to hold up. That's not shaft shame. The Spark that I had, it wasn't all that good. I mean, it was okay. Just regular refrigerator cold. Now, that'll do you good there, Andy. That'll do you good. I know on my car, when I put the 1060 ESC in it, which is off a crawler, you just move the jumper over, it seemed like it picked up some power. It really did. So it seemed like it picked up some power with just the ESC swap. Same motor, or same motor, same gearing, which I believe it comes with a 17 tooth from the box. And according to what I saw when I was doing my 2-wheel drive conversion, that's in the biggest hole, as far as out for the biggest pinion gear. It's already there. So what is the official timekeeper of the Exoplex? timekeeper for what? You're talking about the fastest lap around the track? Timing by Hublot. You guys have lost me now. I have no idea what's going on with that. You're talking about the timing system that I run? If that's the case, I run the MyLaps. Cool. I'm glad you think so, Kevin. Dude, that truck, and it handles really good. Way better than it should. Pick a number between 1 and 5 on my third print for a motor mount for a 36mm can that will fit a 35 tooth spur gear. 3D print for a motor mount. Lap timers of fancy watch sponsors. Yeah, if you're talking about the timing system, I run the MyLaps. Well, Kevin B., if you're ordering a Gorgon right now, go to one of my videos and use the link for A-Main or Horizon. Use my link to go get that Gorgon ordered. Paw King, still the king. No, he does not have the fastest lap on road now. I think John has the fastest oval, I think. I think John has the fastest dirt lap at 15.2. When we did our race, I wish I would have had somebody recording the final race that we had out here, man. We were racing truggies, and dude, we were ready to go, and all of a sudden it started raining, and we were racing in the rain, blasting through, man. Me and John, we battled it out. I mean, just back and forth, back and forth. We finally crossed the line right as the timer beep went off, right? We were still on the clock. We were still on it. And man, we got this last lap in. The very last corner as we came around, we kind of we kind of tangled up a little bit, and somehow my truck just happened to be pointing towards the finish line, and I gunned it, and I somehow beat him. But I'm telling you what, it was amazing. It was a great run. Look at this, Kevin B, Slow MK, John Law, Overboard, Fawar. Yeah, I saw your video, Andrew. That was pretty rough. What survived, what broke, if anything? Now, Kevin B, go into the channel. You should be able to see videos that normal subscribers can't see. It should say members only in there. I've got at least 1 or 2 more videos of this just sitting in there. I've also got another crawler sitting in there too I need to put up eventually. South Florida, I can tell you right now, dude, that new, I call it the Gorgon system because the Gorgon is the first one to get that system. But dude, the Gorgon, the Fury, the Vortex, they've got the same driveline, the same axles, same gears, and buddy, I think they'll take 6S all day long. You might kill the spur gear, which I did manage to do, by the way. It was in the Gorgon. I was bashing around or something like that, and I ended up making issue with this spur gear. But on the new ones, they have a little lock in there to lock that motor to keep it from moving. But regardless, I guess it's been an issue. But dude, they are bomb-proof, man. They really are. Too bad I missed out as usual. South Carolina redneck. I don't know that. I think when you gift a membership, it just randomly catches anybody that's on. I don't think it's actually. I don't think you can pick who to give it to. 88 hours at the firehouse. Is that? I'm assuming that's a week in 1 week. That's a lot of hours in 1 week, buddy. The Team Associated Pro 4 SE10. If you're talking about one that I've got, dude, it's a really nice truck. The one thing about it though is when you jump it, at least here, it's not like the other SCs that just catch air. This one you got to stay on the throttle to keep the front up. It's really different as how it jumps. As far as steering goes, it doesn't seem to have, sharp steering very well. Man, that light sucks. It doesn't really seem to have real sharp steering, but as long as you drive it correctly, you can zip corners like that. In 4 days. Does your affiliate link for A-Main Hobbies also work for Hobbytown as A-Main? I do not think it works for Hobbytown. No, sir. But I have the A-Main Horizon Tower Hobbies. So definitely needs a stronger servo. I think I put 299 reefs in mine, if I recall correctly. Hey, brother, come down and make us an outdoor track in Louisville. I wish I could just travel around and do that stuff. I'm not charging anything. You're probably hearing the fan. Also, you're probably hearing the fan from the computer that's right below the phone. Printing Robin a purple rainbow starfish. Okay. Wish A-Main bought Tower, Horizon ruined Tower. Man, I tell you, when Horizon bought Tower and they did that big merger thing, man, their shipping was really messed up. I even got caught up in it with one thing, and when you got caught up in that shipping, you end up with, they don't know where your order is. You can't refund your order. You can't stop the order. You can't change the order. It's like you place this order, you have all this information, everything is documented, but they know nothing about it. That was really kind of weird how that all worked out. I think they've got it taken care of now. But it's weird because I'll get the sales emails from Tower, and then a few minutes later I get the same exact sale from Horizon. What servo is good for the Fury? Pretty much any of them, buddy. You could spend a fortune or just go to Amazon and order yourself a decent, cheap one. I mean, my Fury, the Vortec, and the Gorgon still run the stock servos. I have not changed the servos out in those trucks yet. Man, you getting a Hurricane? That Losi 8XT ERTR is really nice. Do you have a smart transmitter? Either the IXSR or the other one, the DX Pro or something like that? If you have that, man, when you plug that in and you do all that telemetry stuff, when you finish your run, you can look at every single cell in the battery. Every single cell. You can look at all the milliamps that was used, how many milliamps were left, all your temperatures, everything. That smart technology is really nice, dude. Really nice. When am I getting more Vidavant SCX6 parts in? Don't know. What are you after? FSR Mustang is the fastest RC car. It reaches 106 miles per hour. Abud Shaw, I'm sorry to say, but that is really slow. They are over 200 now. So 106 is like something we get out of our crawlers when we put 4S on them. That's just not fast in modern day and age. Maybe for a 124, it will be pretty fast. Yeah, $1,500, yeah. Now that's probably because of their minimums on their order itself. So Gorgon trucks might handle 6S, but they take a lot of driver mod to actually use that much. Oh yeah, absolutely, Bo Duke. Absolutely. Love the name too. So LCG Vortex converted into a Gorgon. Dude, I thought about putting the Gorgon tires on it and just going for it. That would be basically it, right? Pretty much, that's all it is. Gorgon tires on a Vortex. I should totally do that. And my car, I've got a Spectrum motor here. This is that's a 2200. I got a 3100 motor. This will probably work. I got a 3100 kV motor somewhere as well. Let me see here. In my cart is a Centon 3S, very nice. Big Rock 3S, good truck. Don't know which to get. What are you wanting to do, Kevin? The Centon is good for racing. The Big Rock is great all-around four-wheel drive truck. It really is. And the Gorgon is just phenomenal for a two-wheel drive. Tough call, buddy. The Machete, the Red Cat Machete, that thing is way underrated. Very good vehicle. Get the 6S version. Okay, you should be able to get that with a 5C. Choice order there from Amazon. Storefront is much faster. Amazon, you know, their Prime isn't really what it used to be. 224 RC Graveyard. There you go. 100 off right now. LMTs, yes, they are. Change out the shock towers up front to fit the Gorgon body on the Vortex. See, I don't have the Gorgon body anymore. I tore that up. Ended up with the Stage Killer body. I did the body mounts for it. All right, so the receiver servo mount. Now, I have V1 servo mounts in stock, the whole tray. I have all of that. I've got shock towers and I've got C-hubs in stock. That will take care of your front end. How hard would it be to convey a felon to dirt? Typically, when they're being chased around, they end up in the dirt, usually face first. And then they get picked up by the guys with the badges. Usually, the dirt plant, the face plant, is pretty much free. All the 3S aromas are tough. They do make some aroma, especially if you overheat that ESC or burn something up. The aroma is crazy. Oh, convert a felony to dirt. I have no idea. I don't know. Gorilla Glue, Super Glue is the best glue I've ever had for tires. Gorilla Glue? I did a glue test where I had that, I think it was Gorilla Glue in it versus the E6000 and Amazing Goop and Shoe Goo. The Gorilla Glue was the worst performing glue of all of them. But we're talking more like a E6000, like a rubbery type glue adhesive, not the contact adhesive. So maybe the super glue looking version is better. Yeah, if you got 3 short course trucks, you don't need that other one then. A Max, a Fire Team, a Valkyrie. Dude, the Valkyries are nice, aren't they? They're tough. I haven't had a Quantum 2, but the Big Rock is a fun truck, man. And they're fast on 3S. They really are. I can't solid Prime, not as fast as before. Just order off AliExpress. Wait, you're also in Canada, so it might be a little bit different for you up there. But usually the Prime isn't really Prime like what it should be. Amazon Prime points to buy a new Exo 4-wheel zero cap for 34 bucks. I don't know if I even have Amazon Prime points. I know when I got the Spectrum S2100 charger and the two 1600 milliamp batteries, just to give you guys an idea of my RC budget, I had just over 250,000 points at Horizon. Pretty much, I got the entire charger and batteries for $0. I used all my points on that. So I had like 250,000 points on Horizon. So that was how I ordered all that. I saw that, I'm like, what else am I going to do with these points? Just sit around and look at them? So that's how I got that charger. So 5690 going to have more speed than a 4990 at the same KV. I know it handled torque and heat better. Too smart. Now, the torque thing. Say they both got 20,000 RPM. Let's just say 20,000 RPM. The 4990 has enough torque under load to get 18,000 of it, because you're not getting the full 20 because it's under load and pulling it down, right? The bigger motor might get 19.5. So therefore, the bigger motor will be faster. The bigger motor is also heavier, larger in diameter. You can possibly gear it more because of the higher torque value. So I would probably go with the 5690. I have several of the motors. I got a 5690 running in my 70-pound Ram bouncer. Boom. That thing runs that, okay? I got a 5690 in here. I got a 5690 in here. And that's the XRT. This is the Vigilante. I think I've got a 5690 in something else too. The 5690 is a powerhouse of a motor, dude. Exo bouncer. Oh boy, that's going to be phenomenal if that happens. I think the new Muse Gold Flake needs double bend rear links. Yeah, I really like these. Now these I bet myself, but those right there, man, when I was coming off of fall time, it would never stick. It would always go over. I did these and now it hangs it beautifully. I mean, just beautifully. And today, in the video that I'm uploading, for all new channel members, at night, I typically upload my videos. I've only got one video today because of the rain and all that. Plus, I put up some racks. I had to do some errands and stuff. But this actually climbed up fall time. I went up, climbed over, it pulled over like this, and then made the pull up on. It kind of went like, it kind of had a bump to it. And when it bumped, it sat down and went right up. So real happy with how this truck is working out at this point in time. Real happy with that. Back. The only thing I don't like about the Valkyrie is the back spacing on the MT. Wheel scrub would cause issues. You know, I know what you're talking about, the wheel scrub. It does, but it seems like it's okay. It's about the same as that other truck that I have as far as the wheel scrub goes. Ideally, for fast trucks, you want that tire to turn within itself. The pivot point of that tire to be right in the middle is where you want it to be for proper. I mean, our normal cars are like that, but it seems like it's okay, though. I mean, it drives. Marcus, dude, I love that Vigilante, man. I really like the Vigilante. The 5690 is phenomenal in there. I agree, RC Graveyard. And I also agree with South Florida. James Wisecarver, what's up? You got the Valkyrie already, so you're good to go there. Yeah, man, check into... Yeah, go for it, man. I mean, I know that 3S is pretty good. I've got videos on it, too. They'll rip backflips and everything right out of the box. So, oh man. So we are at 1 hour into this thing. How are we doing? Let me try something here. Let's go with, that's my 2-wheel drive. This is my 4-wheel drive right here. 32. Now, when I tried the larger pinion gear on the Vigilante, the stock ESC didn't really like that too much. Now that I've got the Max 6 G2, maybe. That may actually be a really good thing there. Yeah, I think I'm running a 25 tooth on mine right now. I will tell you this about the Vigilante. Though. I do think that the tires, I think I'm going to order some more tires. And the reason is I'm thinking I want them for other trucks, to be honest with you. Like the Outcast or the Creighton or something like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking I want to do. Because those tires, so far, the stock tires are holding up really good. Really good. Do I have inserts for 1.9 ruptures? John Law, I do. I actually have inserts in the normal like trail. I just sent out a prototype set of cheat codes for the ruptures. And I also have, I haven't listed these yet. I designed them literally like this morning. I have pro codes available for the ruptures. But if you want any of those, you're going to have to email me. Especially when it comes to the pro codes and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm doing right now? Hopefully you know, because that's super easy. This is going to make some people mad. Oh, this is going to be good. Get the 2.2 low profile rupture. You're talking about, Benita, you're talking about the 525 one? If you're talking about that, I got it. In fact, I'm thinking about a Muse Axle Class 3 4-wheel steer truck on 525s. I was going to do 525s on this one right here, but honestly, it's running so good like it is, I don't really want to mess with it. But a whole new truck, that could be messed with. And I'll probably order some more Red Cat shocks, to be honest with you. Front wheel drive NASCAR. Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. There we go. It is front wheel drive. Oh, this is going to be horrible. You know they got soft tires available for these, right? This is all you guys' fault. I did not want to do this. Yeah, I did. This is going to be good. All right, let me see here. Hockey practice. I have never even been to a hockey game. Badlands MX-28 for the Big Rock are good. I haven't messed with those. Max 6 G2 loves that 30. I got a 33. I know the stock ESC, it had a little bit of trouble pulling the was it 26 tooth pinion gear that I tried on that? Yeah, the 2.2 low profile rupture, I believe were their 525 rupture. I've got those in there. Do I recommend doing all aluminum parts on a Creighton 8S4 speed run? What I would do on that, Randy, depending on how much power you're really putting down on that, you may want to do aluminum rear hubs. Because when you really put that power down, you don't want that the rear toe end to change much. So you got a good, stable, predictable vehicle. That was the easiest conversion I have ever done. We now have a front-wheel drive NASCAR. Napa. The ends, I'm going to give you guys the acronym. Front-wheel drive NASCAR. Perfect. I'll be recording this one tomorrow. Channel members, you guys are going to see this first. That's going to be horribly awesome. Oh, man. That's going to be good. Do you recommend doing all aluminum? Oh, yeah, I already got there. You could do better. You said you're going to leave one of them completely stock. Oh, no, Marcus. I still have a box stock one. I still have a stock one. I've got the Bassmaster in there. It's still in the box. I haven't opened it yet. So, yes, guys, I actually have 3 NASCARs. I have 3 of them. Oh, Clayton, this is going to be good, dude, isn't it? And then what I've got to do, I'm going to have to, I can turn the gyro off on the other one that I've got the nice receiver in, or just put another receiver in it. And I'll get a guest driver to come over and let him do a driving. That way I can compare whatever his skill level is in driving versus mine. And it'll be interesting. The thing with Red Cat shocks, they don't have threaded bodies to adjust the springs. Well, on these shocks, you don't get that anyway. You don't get that anyway. But the way you do adjust these, at least like on the Drabtex, is you put a little spacer right into that area right there. That's how you can adjust them. So these, there's no point in having threads up here anyway. Not with the little bitty shocks or the little bitty springs. There's no need for that. Okay, well, let's just scale. You see this? Maybe change the entire history of NASCAR, making them front wheel drive. I went to spend the day setting up a cup car, a lot flat oval. Have it ready. Oh, dude, Paul, it's ready right now. I've actually got like 3 or 4 batteries charged for that thing. What's the bouncer? That is actually the Vitavon V1 bouncer. Dirty Max, what's up, buddy? So, Paul, would you like to be my guest driver? I could totally let you drive both cars in the same video. I'll probably put a microphone on you, though. That'd be cool. We can see what the king can do. Yep. That's going to be good. Let me go grab something for you guys. Hang on for a second. Just so I can legally show. See, I told you I was going to keep one stock. This one is so stock it's still in the box. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, putting a microphone on me would be bad. Well, see, Marcus, when I do videos where I have a bunch of guys in the video and all that, I really got to try to listen to the videos because of that. I got to find my little knife around here somewhere. Let me see. I guess I'll use these. Yeah, when I do that and I've got people out here, I got to really take time and listen to what's being said. Dude, this color pops good. I thought it was more of an orange, but it's really like a nice red. Like a fluorescent red orange. Beautiful. In fact, every one I've had has been just beautiful. That's a good looking car, man. I'm telling you. That is a good looking car. Hey, it still has the stock radio. Get better, right? Woo! Another charger, another battery there. All right. I got a mess to clean up. You know, if there's one thing that I would like to have seen from these cars, the one thing I would have liked to have seen would be clipless body mounts. Now, there is something on the way from Fine Laser Designs. He already has a set of body mounts for these. But I wish they would have set something up kind of like what they did on the Mojave Grom. That clip-on body like that, that would have been beautiful on here. It really would have been. Speaking of Toyota, yeah, I have the Ford, the Toyota, and up there is, or wherever this one, I have the Chevy. So I got all of them. Ha! This one right here, I kind of don't even want to drive it. That's just beautiful. And even all of that, you can see the car doesn't have any dust on it. And I got me another 1400 milliamp battery. Good to go there. I'll get that on the charge. Well, I've got 3. If I raffle one of these, man, you know how hard it is to get these things? I think that first order is out, man. The first order is out, gone. Like, if we were to auction this, it would be hard to even take bids on it. You know, I mean, even if you guys wanted to bid for this one right here, it would be one of those things where I'd have to really consider it. I mean, if the bid went high enough, sure, this right here would leave tomorrow. But can I tell you the problem with the raffle? The problem with the raffle is this right here. And so long as the winner would be here in the United States, which is not guaranteed, this isn't a problem. Just ship it ground, right? But you order something, somebody wins this, Canada, Jamaica, you know, whatever, you know, then you're going to have a bit of an issue with this right here. That's the problem with the raffle thing. And I could put this up for raffle like on the channel, I guess. Not the channel, on Facebook. See if anybody would want it. But yeah, that's the biggest issue with why I'm not doing the raffle anymore. I could raffle off other stuff, I guess. Nope, Paul, that is not correct. Nothing is free, ever. Bass Pro Shops. I was saying that too, actually. Bass Pro. I don't know, Dirty Max, but I do need to get one. I do need to get a Notorious 6S just because of how good. Then I had the 12S Outcast. That thing was ripping donuts or ripping backflips really nice on that one. So, really happy with that. Dude, I gotta see her. Man, I'm just not really big into drifters. I can't drift anyway, but I can power slide, but, you know, I just don't have, I can't drift. I can put, oh, the Outcast 6S EXB has been discontinued. Whew, that just saved me about 600 bucks. We could put drift wheels on these, which these are like a 10 millimeter hex. But I believe we can put the 12 millimeter hexes from the Typhon on here. On the Rival, I don't have anything from Rival. I don't have any of those vehicles. So I don't know what to tell you on any of that stuff. I haven't even seen the Traxxas drift cars. What is it, a Fortec with a different body and plastic tires? Is that all it is? I want to get one. Does it feel like it's too much power for the Outcast? You're talking about for the 12S system? Actually, it felt pretty good, honestly. I know the Kamikaze, I think that's about all he runs, or the Notorious. I think that's about all he runs on that one. But anyway, this one right here is definitely stock. Sean may have one out in the backyard. I got to remember, I got a whole hobby shop back there now. Sean with the Jack's RC Recycle and Repair. He's got pretty much everything out there, so you'll probably be seeing different videos and stuff like that. Like when I did all four, like the Fury, the Vortex, the Slash, and the Rustler, all of that. The Slash and Rustler were borrowed from him. So that may happen more often now. I'll have more of ability to get other vehicles, at least for that, right? I think this just may go on the shelf, to be honest with you. It's just so shiny. Dirty Max, I really didn't expect to like that short wheelbase myself, but dude, it jumps good. It jumps good. The air control is nice on it. Really, and I got mine from Bust Nut 33. In fact, I got the Asuga and another Outcast 8S from him. Bust Nut, can you drift? If you can drift, you can drive, and I will video you driving. How about that? That way I know that somebody's going to be able to drift correctly. About all I'm good at are donuts. I can certainly turn a donut. What's up, 207? Axial Pro Straight versus Pro Portal. Man, the reason I haven't done the Pro Portals is actually pretty simple. I didn't want to make that truck wider. That's basically the reason I haven't done the Pro. The portals on that. Now, what I would like to see from Axial will be a SCX Pro with the portal front, the SEX Pro portal, so it is wider, like a whole different style vehicle, and then run a 10.3 rear, so you have the width and the narrow right out of the box. That would be nice to see. Well, if you're mediocre, bust nut, that's a whole lot better than me being -5 to make it to amateur. So, okay. When you can fit a small drift course on the infield of your concrete track. Possibly. Now, I got a feeling that when we get the indoor area done and all that, hopefully we'll have power into there here in a couple weeks. Get power put in and all that. We will, as soon as we get power put in, we're probably going to set up an indoor race. I mean, maybe one RC or something else, maybe Mini Z or something, but we will be doing some racing in there. And when we get this stuff set up, man, it's going to be phenomenal. And then all this nasty rain that we've been getting, who cares? We're inside. I will tell you this, it's kind of warm in there though. It's still summertime. James RC, what about the new Element portal? I've looked at them, I've seen them online, and they just have not, got me to click the buy button. It just didn't get my attention enough. And I'll tell you one of the biggest reasons why it didn't right here. I mean, granted, I've got this going right now. The portals that they use on that, I mean, are they good? I'm sure they are. But in my opinion, the design is a little bit dated. Look at the portal on this. See how high this is? See how the knuckle comes in underneath the C-hub? On those, best I can tell, the C-hub comes all the way down out here and then over. I'm sorry, but that's an outdated design by today's standards. This is the newest and best design because you don't have all that hanging down, grabbing on stuff. And in my videos with the Vanquish, which I love the Vanquish, I don't want a Vanquish steering axle on the back. And that's what the Element has. I don't want that. I want my back portal to look like this. Look at that. Nothing hanging out. That's what I want my back portal to look like. So I did it with that one. Kevin B, what do I do for a living? This. I do RC for a living. The channel, the website, the affiliates, a little bit of cash on the back as far as the property goes. The property will never be a money maker, never. It'll probably never even self-sustain itself as far as the money that goes into it, the maintenance, the building, the dirt that I got to keep bringing in because the rain keeps washing it away, and the work that I put back there, the park will never be net positive, ever. So, but everything else seems to cover it, and I seem to be doing okay. I'm still fat, so. Well, I got the little metal body drift car. It is sitting in there, and I could possibly put that on the drift track, and you guys will just be mad at me. 5760 T2 undrivable on 12S. I gear 39. Man, see, Bo Duke. See, mine is way under geared. Mine is geared like crawler gears compared to that. And I believe I said that in the video that most people do a 1-to-1 ratio on their Outcasts and Creightons. So mine is geared very conservatively on that. Make sure you light it up bright in that metal oven. Yeah, lighting is very, very serious. When I'm out there recording, if I'm in the evening in the dusk area, the only thing I can record back there are crawlers. Anything fast, I can't get it. And it's certainly not getting slow-mo in dim lighting. You got to have that lighting right. RC. I'm a year behind him in building. Engineer maintenance. Wheel drive is cool, but pre-runner twin I-beam 4x4 Yo 6S. I haven't seen that. They have a twin traction beam front end for one of these things. You're using the Red Cat front and rear shock setup or 4 rears. Right now it's basically the rears. Now I took the shocks off the regular Ascent, so it had the springs in them. In the first run, I left the springs in the front, and that was a mistake. So right now there are no internal springs. Other than that, I used, I think, some 30 weight oil put into them because I took the internal springs out of all the shocks. So much dirt runoff. Okay. It's sad. The little runoff ditch that I've got back there, I watch my track running right away. It's sad. On mine is undergeared, as in the pinion gear is, I want to say somewhere, was it 29 tooth with a 47 tooth spur gear? I've got the older Outcast with the larger spur gear, not the 39. So mine is way undergeared. You find a need to use the reef programmer on every new servo? 207, no sir, I do not. I've only needed the reef programmer one time, other than the video that I did with it, and that was because I needed more throw for a special application. That's the only time that I've ever needed it, honestly. The vast majority of them, plug it in, hook it up, set your endpoints, and run. Why no more RC tracks here on Long Island? The property is too expensive. Yeah, property is not cheap at all. And I never thought I'd be doing what I'm doing right now for a living. I never thought I'd be doing what I'm doing back there. You know, I never thought I'd be doing this, honestly. I thought I'd be stuck at the job till I was dead, just like everybody else. Jump on a race. No, I want to see it built. The TTB front end, Arthur, that's where it's going to be hard to come up with. Did I get right? Yes. Enlightened RC has my twin I-beam 10 too. Now, you guys up north, most of your tracks have to be indoors. If not, you get frozen and snowed in. You can't do anything. Yeah, my pine straw clean mud pit, it's washed out, it's gone. But in the fall time when all the pine needles start falling, guess what? I will refill that thing. Because I've made millions on YouTube, buddy. I wish that was the case. I wish it was. Thank you, Arthur. I appreciate that. I'm going to have to go watch the latest Outcast video you have. That thing made me go buy the Outcast 8S. You're ready to drop thousands. Man, you can really dump a bunch of money into these. You absolutely can. Yeah, with the latest one, like when I first put this together, it's got the M2C Mega Outcast chassis, so you can fit up to the 7125 motor by Hobby Wing on it. You can fit the massive 560 in this thing if you want. I just put the 800 kV in it because I know I was going to be doing 8 and 12S, and 8S was kind of lame. Very drivable, but lame. 12S made it just about where the 8S should be. So, but regardless, I mean, for what I'm doing out here, that thing's run fine. Perfectly fine. I'm not planning to try for no 100-mile-per-hour runs or any of that stuff. And the area that I run in, 99% of the time, it's perfectly fine. If we were out in the field and I told you it had 12S on it, you'd be like, oh my God, this thing's going to be awesome. And then you take your 8S with dead batteries out there and pass it, like, something's up. Oh man, dude, they were really going for all that years ago, and then they just kind of abandoned it. Maybe they'll still be able to get it going. RC Homestead, still can't subscribe to your channel, buddy. I don't know. Subscribe or become a channel member. Yo, bro, dude, what's up? Can I put an SCX-10 2 shocks on an Irma Vortex? SCX-10 2 shocks? Buddy, those shocks are really small diameter, small bore. Would it work? Probably, but you're not going to be happy with it. You need a large bore shock. I think those are what, 14 or 16 millimeter bore shocks, and you're talking about putting like a 10 millimeter bore, maybe smaller, 8. Probably not the best way to go there. I don't need a concrete half pipe jump. I got a big wooden one back here. What link kit did I use for the Muse? I just got Muse? I just got an assortment, and I chose what I needed out of that assortment. I don't know. I didn't get an actual kit. I just got an assortment, if that makes any sense. Buy the 800 kV Castle set up for my X-Max 2 here in a few days. The Castle XLX2, that's a good setup on your X-Max. If you go mod 1.5, go with a 25 tooth pinion gear, 30 tooth spur gear. If you do the larger spur gear, do a 30 tooth pinion gear, 35 tooth spur gear. That's like the sweet spot for the 800 kV Castles, at least in my opinion. If you're going to stay with the stock 54 tooth, the mod 1 gear, then get a 45 tooth pinion gear and you'll be good to go. At least that's where we generally find our trucks to run the best with the 800 kV on 8S. Dude, that's a lot of money just to go out and practice. The thing is, though, he probably got a small fortune in that track, though. And see, he's looking at it from his viewpoint, where if he's got $100,000 in this track, $25 is nothing, you know? But I have seen people argue over $5. They'll show up to a race and they'll have $1,000 car and argue over $5 fee for something to be able to get on the track. So I've actually seen that. I have. You're getting Traxxas aluminum X-Max parts to the Vidavon stuff. The Traxxas stuff, I'm not sure on their alloys, but I can tell you this: the Vidavon is true 7075. That I can tell you right now. And on the Mias truck, I did some clearancing for the servo, and I didn't really think about it too much until I went to bed. I'm like, man, that axle sure did clearance easy. So those axles are probably like cast 60, 61, I'm assuming. I'm not sure what the alloy is on the axle tubes, because the Vidavon ones, when I got to do a little bit of touch on those, that 7075 takes a little bit of work to get. So, I mean, that's also a big difference in cost. I mean, a Rift axle from Vidavon is like $180. As we're there, you can get front and rear axle for like $150 complete. So you're not going to get CNC billet 7075 for that price. I'm sure, Paul, man, you'll be ready to pick some of them up, huh? Can I use MMX 8S for the 800 cable? Should I use the XLX2? Honestly, I would probably go with the XLX2 because the 800 kV is a good running motor, but when you really gear it up and get crazy with it, it can pull a lot of amps. So I'd probably go with the XLX2. In normal, easy, conservatively geared vehicle, the MMX 8S is plenty though. But if you want to push that thing and really see what it's got, you're going to need bigger batteries and that XLX2. You should work with the Axial Wraith 1.9. I'm sure the chassis will work with anything. You just may have to get creative putting it all together. I do still have that, and it's currently like sitting because I wanted to try to fit some 380 size Outrunners or Revolvers in there with quiet ESCs, but I never got around to trying it. Oh yeah, RC player, you show up with a $1,000 car and argue, cry, complain, want to fight over $5. Like, dude, really? CJ7, you're talking about the Axial CJ7? I've got that sitting in there on the shelf. Oh, well, the Muse axles work on the Axial Wraith 1.9. You'll probably just have to do some link work, but yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't. Yeah, that drift track. I'm going to show up there just to watch and laugh. Maybe I'll put on some Weird Al Yankovic music, some good quality Weird Al. That'd be good, yeah. Get everybody in the mood to do donuts and stuff. I'll put on the Fat Song by Weird Al. I still have a Rift kit sitting in my extra room. You still have a kit? They quit those a while back. We got 19 minutes to go. Dude, that, man, I cannot say enough good things about the Gorgon. I don't go crazy like Thunder RC does. I don't gear up too high just enough to have fun. For SMC 10,000s. SMC 10,000s, Dirty Max. When I did my battery tests, the discharge rating, like this one says 30C on it. This is probably correct. On the ones that say 100C, 120C, that's all a lie. That's nothing but marketing. Simple as that. At best, you're going to get 30C. It's just simple as that. But burst can be higher, okay? The biggest difference that I saw on available power, safe discharge, was with the bigger milliamp batteries. So your 10,800 milliamp batteries have the potential to put out a lot of amps. A lot of amps. So like, if your motor needs 600 to actually do what you want it to do, because amps are drawn, they're not pushed. You have all this capacity right here. If the motor needs 600 and the battery has 600 to give, the only thing connecting them is the ESC. And if the ESC can flow 600 amps through it, guess what? Everything's happy. If the ESC can only flow 400, well, the motor's not going to be able to do what it could do. If the battery has got 800 available to it, but the motor wants 600, the ESC can only flow 400. Well, guess what? You'll get a long run time because you're not going to be pulling hard on the batteries. It's kind of like when it's really cold outside and things shrivel up. Well, your batteries, the discharge rating also does the same thing. It can go, this right here battery, when hot, could be, say, 30C, like what it says. At room temperature, say 70, it could be 20C. If you put this thing outside and it's like, 35, 40 degrees, this thing could be 6 or 7C discharge. The cells are very temperature dependent on what they can put out, which is why a hot battery has more available amps than a cold battery. Simple as that. When you start talking little bitty batteries, like say a little crawler battery, something like this, that's a big deal on temperature. So temperature is a big deal, man. It really is. Weird Al and drifting. Heck yeah, buddy. Do I have an Axial Yeti or an Axial Wraith? I do not. I had an Axial Yeti for about 3 days and I couldn't get rid of it fast enough. I did not like that truck. What foams would you recommend? Baja Pro X tires on a 7 to 8 pound crawler. I would recommend my own inserts, buddy. Here, Hearthstone at exocagedrc.com. Look for the Baja Pro X inserts. If your wheels are 25 millimeters wide, kind of squeezed in, like most wheels are, just get the normal width ones. If you got a 30 millimeter wide wheel, a nice big fat wheel for this thing, get what I call the Fat Boys. And that'll fill out your vehicle fill out the tires, the carcass well. Just order the Fat Boys. Inserts at exocagedrc.com. That will get you all taken care of. You're not playing any country crap here, buddy. Marcus, he's got no electricity or lighting. I mean, I've got lights for some stuff back there. I do have electricity, water, and compressed air. I've got all that right back here. And I only charge 10 bucks. Which I feel is well worth it, to be honest with you. Because you've got your compressed air, you've got your water, you've got, I got fans on the driver's stand to cool you off. Because out here, you know, summertime sucks. But I've got fans out there. I've got shade in as many places as I can. All that stuff adds up, but 10 bucks. Some people don't even like paying that. And I said, dude, just look at what you're playing with your truck in. Look at this. None of this was free. Well, I may have got a 2x4 or something here and there, but that'd be about it. And go out there to re-chrome plastic. I have no idea about that one. I don't even run mine. That's why Joe preheats his batteries in his booty crack before the race. Yes. And somebody said Franks and beans up there. You eat that, you got better airflow. So they heat them up beautifully. I'm doing a restoring old RCs 16. Yep, you definitely getting some RS4s. Pay 20, tons of work. I'm in Connecticut. You say your phones with Baja Pro, but don't you have a few different kinds now? I want the best of the best. Or you can say the ones that I have made for them. It's a wider insert and it really fills the tire out well. I do not have a cheat code for the Baja Pro X. I don't really see a need to make a cheat code for that tire. I could if you really wanted it, but just get the soft versions. The soft version Fat Boys or the normal ones. Just go with that, and I think you'll be happy with that. That new rock section is just sitting there. I was supposed to get some new concrete today, but it never happened. I was supposed to get some new concrete today to kind of continue building that around, but it didn't happen. Oh yeah, the Tusk tire is really good. Now, I do have a different cheat code that I tested. I think I showed these in one of my videos. In fact, it may have been on the first drive in the Mias and the Moose, and they were ultra softs. So if you got a really, really soft truck or really soft, lightweight truck, and you're on J Concepts tires, I have inserts. They're just not listed. And as a matter of fact, if you guys need a special insert, it's like I was just sent the 5.1 inch tire by Vanquish. So I'm going to make a set of cheat codes for that. So hopefully I have them done here in a week or so. But I'll have it, they appear to be close enough to the 525, like what I have for the J Concepts or the Hyrax. They look to be close enough to that I can just simply modify it a little bit and make it work on these. We'll find out though. Can run a dump truck in the wet if you like your topography. I'm driving, watching with here. Yes, sir. I bet that was a blast in the rain. Yesterday, in the rain, I was outside cutting my grass, and it came down a pretty good rain. I'm just sitting, I'm cutting the grass in the rain, smiling, and I watch people drive by looking at me like I'm an idiot. I'm like, dude, I got a cold chill out there in the rain. It was awesome. Do our have Losi Mini B? Do you have any tips on owning one for bashing and racing? I do have a Losi Mini B. It is the brushless version. I don't know that I would use it for bashing though. It's really a very nice little racer. And when we get the building done and all that, we're going to have a class for those. Marcus, I hope so too. The tire looks good. It really does. But so does the VXT. The VXT looks good. But as soon as they get worn, they don't hook up. So I don't know. Busta, as far as dulling my blades, dude, I cut so much stuff with that mower, including raw sand. Yeah, my blades are going to get dull anyway. Man, I got, speaking of the knockoff tires, them boggers that I bought a while back off of Amazon. Man, them things are great. Really good. And so are the whole tires by J Concepts. Those are really good tires, man. They really are. I have no one to run my RCs with. Man, that stinks. Got a BMX track. Man, I'm lucky that I've got such an awesome group of guys here. You know, every weekend we're out here running something, racing. I try to host an event of some kind every weekend, but sometimes it's like traveling and this and that is like, it's just an open park day. You know, I try to have an event every week. This weekend, Winter Series. Next weekend, we'll be racing these for the first time. So hopefully everybody's got those around here and they can race. And who knows? I might race my front wheel drive against them. We'll find out tomorrow to see if that thing's going to stick. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any idea how that car is going to handle. I know with the rear wheel drive, you know, you break them loose, it spins out. Front wheel drive, is it going to pull the back around? Or is it going to spin and then just go straight? I don't know yet. I don't know yet, but we're going to find out. It might be better than I thought. Or it might be better than any of us are thinking. Don't know. Have you tried the Scorpions from J Concepts? Yes, Paul. And when the rocks back there are dry, they hook up like a champion. I may have a set of 1.9s somewhere. In fact, I'm pretty sure I do. I think they're even in a Ziploc bag, so they may not be dry rotted yet. If I ever find them, I'll let you drive them. But the Scorpions are actually a good tire. Rob, well, all you got to do is come down here and get on the track, buddy, anytime you want. Bust nut, you talking about this? 1/12. This is the Losi NASCAR. This is the Camry version. Then I have the Ford version. Great stuff, Menards. And I've got, I can put this one so far away, the Napa car, which is a Chevy. Now, this is the front wheel drive car right here. That's going to be neat. That's going to be really neat. I should be able to make a lot of people mad with this one. What I could do, let me see, we are closing up on this. We got 6 minutes to go, so nobody's watching. What I could do, I could just simply swap this out for four-wheel drive and make it look like it's so good, right? Nah. I think this front-wheel drive is going to be pretty good. Honestly, I really do. It's either going to push or pull straight and not turn, or it's going to just turn like crazy. I don't know. I'm honestly curious as to whether or not this is going to work. I really am. But that looks horrible. That's what I'm thinking it's going to do, Bo. I'm thinking it's just going to push straight through. Mark, you need firm ones? I've never made a firm set for the MK07. How much heavier than stock is it? How much heavier than stock is your MK07? Mine are meant to ride soft and conform. But yes, I could make you a much stiffer set for the MK07, yes. Joe Hemp, pack the RR spring on the Losi. Pack the rear right spring. Well, look, they got little adjusters on them. I can turn that down a little bit to kind of make that back end turn into it. I have done zero tuning for the on-road. I do not know what to do on that. I don't know on-road tuning at all. All right, so you guys live 1.5 hours apart. Is there a track, Rob and Dirty? Is there a track about in the middle somewhere? Just as your X-Max breaks my Outcast, Armor drives and jumps better than me. Cheaper to fix, checks on her crap. Max 6. I've been told the Max 6 makes a difference in the X-Max. I know it made a difference in these cars, just putting the 1060 in there. You'll get kicked in Menards. Good enough with that. Does anyone make inserts for short course wheel like dirt oval? Jeff, I don't see how that could be a benefit. I've looked at those and I really don't think, I don't see where that would be a benefit to print inserts for any racing like that. Rob, all I got to say is when you come out here, bring everything. Everything. And bring an empty stomach because we'll go to eat at one of the nicest Mexican restaurants around. And as far as the 4.6 on the Losis, I think it's doable as well. We'll see next weekend to see what we can actually turn with these cars. I think it'll be pretty good. How was your day? A pretty bad crash my V2 EXP doing cartwheel at 80. Well, slow MK. They definitely like to cartwheel, buddy. To stop sidewall rolling. You know, Jeff, about the only thing I could think of that would roll and be smooth would be something like, and I know it's going to sound weird, something like the Pro Code. And the Pro Code, I found one on the floor. This will be like a Pro Code. This is an early model. I've actually revamped all my Pro Codes. You would get like this right here to fit on the wheel. Then you would have this right here, which would like ride the sidewall of the tire. and then you could have your foams out here. That could be smooth enough. That could stop your side rolling. But I would literally need a set of wheels and tires like what you're running to try to come up with something. And then you would possibly, I would have to really design this crazy, because you couldn't have any kind of this is, like I said, this is like a prototype one. You would have to have much more flat up here. If not, you're going to, like, literally as you corner, you'll just chew the tire away right here at the edge. And once you chew the tire away, like on a good clay track where you got a like blue groove and all that, you'll just eat the tire away and you'll be shredding tires, I think. I mean, it's something we can try, but I don't know that it would be a benefit though. Arms, hinge pin, bulkheads, shocks, normal bashing stuff, the gears self-destruct fast. Gotta change them. Taco Bell is not real Mexican food. Marcus, this is not Taco Bell, even though we do have a Taco Bell, by the way. I like how they put the cardboard meat into the water stuff, and then they mix this chemical and that chemical and make it taste like meat. It's really good too. See, the problem is making sure that it's smooth. See, with the crawlers, sometimes you can have a little bit of a catch inside the tire, which gives you a little bit of a physical hold to pull up on stuff. But at speed, it's not smooth. And that's where the foams are really smooth. That's actually kind of one of the reasons I like the Pro Codes, which works something like this. This right here gets the tire foam on it. You get the anti-side rolling ability of an insert, but you got the drivability of a foam. If you want to try something, Bo Duke, you were the one asking about the inserts, I believe, right? I think it was you. Got it. Guess Max broke. But yeah, you would have to send me the tires and wheels that you want to use. And then when you put all these together, I mean, if they don't work like what you're wanting, now you have everything glued together and you got to de-glue it or just take the loss. But if you send me a set of tires and the wheels, all I need is one tire and one wheel. I can make you something similar to this. It won't have any of this on it. It'll be just a simple this and then out to match the contour of your tire. I can make you something like that. And if you wanted to test it for me, let's work a deal. Now, I've got the Gramageddon coming up November 16th, 17th right here. That's a 2-day event. And I've got the big meet and greet at Cherokee Rock Village on December 7th and 8th. Hopefully 2 nice big events. And guys, we are done. Time to finish this up. Guys, hope you all have a wonderful day. Bo Duke, send me, you were the one asking about the Jeff Rogers. All right, so look, everybody's still on here. If you want me to try to make you a set of inserts for your short course trucks, all I need is one wheel and one tire that you're planning to run, and then I can work on getting this to go. I'll put my email address real quick. Let this sit. RC@Yahoo. All right, there's my email address. You guys send me an email on that, and we can work a deal. Would you want them for the front and the rear? Just the front to get that steering edge in there, or what? I mean, anyway, send me an email on that. Let me know what you want to do, and we're going to go ahead and finish this thing up and get on out of here. It's been awesome. You guys kept me on for a full 2 hours, but guys, we're going to wrap this up. You guys have a great one. You guys see the email address, right? Hopefully everyone. Paul, you come over. You will be racing some two-wheel drive, front and rear drive NASCARs for me. We'll have to see what you got. All right, guys. Catch y'all later. Have a good one.